Hi all. Right now I'm going to be talking about essay number 3, our last very big essay, and this is the biggest one of them all. But it builds on everything you were doing in essay number 2, and it's building on what you've been doing with the annotated bibliography. It's not a new topic. It's not like something you're coming up with out of the blue. So let me explain. Click here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, essay number 3, problem solution essay. The length is going to be 4 to 6 pages, double space, Times New Roman. The grade is 200 points, so that is a lot more. Please, 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 if you're at the end of your patience and you have hardly any time, turn in just something that is not plagiarized, that is not written by AI, that is your own. Try to earn do your very best, work with essay number 2 and revisions, and add some paragraphs in about solution. This is meant for you not to flounder. And I'm here to support you. You can do this. Okay. So I have the due dates here with all of this because it builds on it. Like you had essay number 2 already turned in. Then there's the annotated bibliography that's due on the 24th. And yes, it's very fast. But the first draft of this one is due the 25th. Your final draft is due the 28th. This gives you some time, so once I grade it, that if you want to revise and resubmit based on having a conversation with me and revisions, that you can before the end date of the 31st. All right, using the problem you identified in essay number 2, a discussion of a problem. Do some additional research, not only about the background, causes, and effects of this problem, along with possible solutions or a way to address this problem. Then, use the new information you have found to revise what you wrote in essay number 2. Note I don't say start from scratch. Start all over. Tweak it. Revise it. Add to it. You're adding some new information. You're adding the new research and writing into one longer essay in which you introduce a problem, then discuss some background and context for the problem and its causes and or effects. And finally, you propose one or more practical solutions to this problem. Your thesis statement for this essay should address the problem and your proposed solution. So when I'm grading it, I am going to be looking for those elements in your thesis statement. You will write a well-researched essay in which you develop an original position advocating a particular solution to a problem you identify and support your thesis statement with research-based evidence that is appropriate for an academic audience. So you've been learning all these weeks about credible sources, about academic writing and academic audiences. So you're you show off what you know. This is going to be where you show off all your great thoughts. Note when I say you are developing an original position. What I mean by that is that you're not coming up with this, unless you have one, a grandiose idea that's going to win a Nobel Peace Prize. What you are doing is you're articulating a possible solution and you're supporting it through research. You're not just taking what someone says in another paper and slapping it down in your paper and turning it in and saying it's your own work. If you have questions about that, let me know. While this essay should also be informative, this is an argumentative piece. So you're making a claim and you're supporting it. Think of research as an exploration and investigation, searching to find out what is out there, to discover what you think, to answer questions, and to satisfy your curiosity. Hopefully you have already chosen a problem that you're interested in, so now you can learn more about the problem and solutions or actions that can help address or mitigate this problem. Required sources, a minimum of 3. One has to be an academic peer-reviewed source. Any websites used must be reputable, credible. We've talked about that in the annotated bibliography. You hopefully already have your 3 by the time you're starting to write this, but since you're doing a draft the day after the annotated bibliography, it might be all at the same time. But still, you have your 3 done. See me if you have any questions. Writing the essay, I'm going to scroll into this. The final paper must be 4 to 6 pages, double spaced, plus a works cited. So if you're on page 3, the works cited page does not take the place of page 4. It must include significant and well integrated citations, quotations, and paraphrases. Don't just plop and run. Don't plop a quote down and then move on to the next without explaining it. Why does it matter? Why are we putting it here? What is it proving? Flesh it out. If 4 to 6 pages scares you, you can do this. Once you start fleshing out quotes and explaining how they relate to the thesis, you really, truly get there. In composing your paper, use your research to provide support and evidence for your claims, analyzing, selecting, accurately summarizing, quoting, citing, blending sources to serve as support for your well-reasoned position, to develop and address alternative perspectives, counter-arguments, and provide useful background and context. You must integrate source material into your own work, using it to develop your own individual position and to establish and support your own assertions rather than merely just like saying, all right, well, according to this article, they say this, therefore it's true. Explain it, make sense of it, tell me how you are thinking about it, explain why it therefore is supporting your position. Use MLA in text citation format correctly, using signal phrases to clarify shifts from your view to someone else's view and back again. And conclude your paper with an MLA formatted works cited page. Use the MLA guidelines for works cited entries such as included in research tips page or also in the major essays. You can also find more through Purdue OWL, or come to office hours or send me an email and I'm happy to help direct you. This is a time management. You are seeing like how fast this course is going. 5 weeks goes by quickly. In the end, you're doing a lot of writing, but you're building and revising essay 2. You're not starting from scratch. But it does take, research takes time, revising takes time. It's not a let's do it all in one night expedition. So I want you to balance out your time, and that's why we're posting this video early. Grading. Your research paper will be evaluated according to the course goals and grading criteria. As you all know, the grading checklist and rubric are posted. Go over them, self-assess, use it. Try to really think about, did I meet this rubric? Don't forget to consult for extra help, consult the due dates, but I'm encouraging you to make sure that you have a conference time about this set up before the final paper is turned in for a grade. I feel like you will feel like you're going to be more successful if you do that, and I will be able to answer more of your questions and we can talk through any problems you're having. But if you want to do that and use BrainFuse and the writing studio, do it. If not, please just if you don't want to consult me, my feelings will not be hurt, but I do want you to use BrainFuse. It is a really useful source. Also the writing studio, all of those, and also feel free to email me. I'm here to help. Yeah, so that is essay number 3. As you know, also there are examples of essay number 3 up. They're not perfect. There are issues in all of them, but they're A's or A or B papers. So look at them. Think about what you want to do. Think about what you're currently writing on. The research portion and the drafting of essay number 2 are going to be probably your biggest hurdles. And once then you get going and you're just going to be in the revising stage for essay number 3. And adding some solutions and revising your thesis to make sure it adheres to this assignment. Happy writing. See me for with any concerns.